Okay, next tier list. The locations. Oh, I need to fix this. All right, locations. Yeah. Your enemy rankings were totally shit. Okay. Thank you for that, I guess. No, I think the enemy rankings are fair. It's hard to rank the enemies since a lot of them are kind of the same. That's why a lot of the enemies were just kind of in the middle. But we're done talking about the enemies. We're moving on. We have Uzla. I myself am a big Uzla hater. I think it's, if we compare it to Novalis, the second level of Ratchet Clank 1, it's terrible. The environment I get is cool. I'm also just a swamp hater. I don't like swamp levels. After Uzla we have technically Maktar Resort. Maktar Resort, it's okay. There's definitely better areas of Maktar Resort. I'm going to just put it here for now. But it does get better. Or you know what? I'm going to put C for now. A lot of these are going to change. What next do we... Or what... We have Megapolis from Indako. Oh, it's right here. It's a weaker Metropolis. It does the same thing as Metropolis, where it gives you the two branching paths. Almost exactly the same. You enter in, you can either go left. Yeah, left or right. Technically, I pointed the wrong way. This is left for me, and that's right. But left, or you can go right. And I just don't think it's as fun. And I think Metropolis had more going for it. And of course, this has a shitty Clank level. You lose some points there. I'd put it in A, though. It still has the vibe to it. So I'll put it in A. Barlow, I'm going to put an S tier. Now listen. Barlow is in S tier. Barlow in S tier? Let me talk. Barlow is in S tier because the vibe and the atmospheric nature of the level are incredible. The whole first game we're taught up to learn to buy Gadgetron, and then the second game it 180s us to start buying a Megacorp. And this level being like an old Gadgetron facility, and everyone there is like, oh, can't wait to sell my Gadgetron goods. It's fun. It's unique. It's fun, I'd say, for Ratchet & Clank's lore. And of course, I think it has a nice swing shot course. Everything about it's one of my favorite levels. And the soundtrack is superlative. What's his name say? What does Mr. Fizzle just say? Superlative. After that, we have the Felton system. Oh, also, the bike races way better than the hoverboard races. The Felton system, a good first flying level. I think the nebula feel of the the kind of neon nuanced green showing through is fun. I think it's definitely the better of all the flying levels. 100%. Now that I think about it, the first one was an introductory level. This is probably the better one. Actually, I think it's a little more fun than Indako. And of course, flying through the asteroids and stuff is also just super cool. Next we have Canal City. This is kind of the fight. If I were to compare it to anything, this is probably like the Blackwater City of the game without the Blackwater City feel. Now, the canal part, where you go for the nanotech upgrade, is fantastic. I actually think it's the best part of this level in particular. The main part of the level is okay. It's not bad. The final part of the level is really bad. I think the Terminator is the worst hydro displacer type of gadget in all of Ratchet and Clank, and it just tanks this level because of it. I'm actually gonna put it at a high D. Because that's the truth behind that, dude. It truly is. After this, we go to Siberius. Siberius is sick. It's the first, I guess, real boss fight we get. That's not, how do you say? It's the first real boss fight we get that's not like, oh no, we had the boss fight on Indako. It's the first boss fight that it feels like it has stakes. The convoy part, super sick. And then the crash at the end, obviously, is super cool as well. I would give Siberius, I think it's a cool level. I'll put it in A. I think it's better than Endako, actually. I think it has a good set dressing. It's probably better than Felsen's system. After that, we go to Tabora. This is a hard one. Tabora. It's the first open world type of planet we have. And I think it's a solid introduction, honestly. I'm going to put in A. Right here is fine. A solid introduction to the kind of open world aspect of Ratchet Clank, where you got to go find crystals or whatever, just littered around the map. I'm going to put it there. I think it's a good spot for it. It only gets worse from here. So I'm going to go ahead and put it here. I know it doesn't only get worse. There's some Ratchet Clanks with good, like crystal hunting areas. So, moving on from Tabora, we get our ship fixed. Then we fly all the way over to Dobo, the testing facility. I used to hate this level. If I had my options, if I was like 8, it would be F, because I couldn't do it. I was too buns at the game. I remember the only way I got through this was with the Visibomb gun, because I couldn't lock in enough. But eventually I got good at the game and realized, it's not a bad level. Definitely an upper echelon. I think it's a good starter for our first B tiered level. It introduces the best enemy in the game. However, I just think the level design isn't as fun. It has the first challenging glider section, which is meh. But yeah. Moving on, there's 2 places we can move on to. I'm going to do Joba. I think Joba is 100% better than Maktar Resort. I actually think this is the good start to the gladiator type world. Kind of on par with Tabora. Tabora is the open world collectathon style, and Joba is the like quintessential gladiator arena planet, I think. Next to that, we actually have the disposal facility. It's terrible. It's by far the worst flying mission out of all of them. It's boring. Its main mission is boring. It has the worst race, the worst platinum bolt from the races. It's terrible. It's the only reason I have such disdain for what do you mean? What do you mean? No. You have to, if you have a Vita and you want to try to platinum the Ratchet Clank games, this is most likely the worst experience out of all 3 of them. Is just this planet trying to 100% it. Planet, this little ball. 100%ing that on the PS Vita is mind-numbingly bad. Next, we got the testing facility on Todano. I think the beginning of this, super cool. I'm actually going to go ahead and put this in B, high B. Todano's cool. The actual testing facility, it's actually not too bad. I like the testing facility. The weapons testing facility, like the main section you go to, it's too bland. But I think this map is carried by its beginning section. So W beginning section. After this, we would move on to Bolden. Silver City. It's a peak. It's a peak Ratchet Clank planet. It's quintessential. It has a super fun and intuitive grind rail section. An absolutely banging main section. The levitator section is super fun as well. This is it's I know that it's kind of the more straightforward path, but man, is it fun. It's fun to just mow down enemies, breaching clear rooms, be strategic with how you're fighting enemies. It's such a good planet. Silver City, props to you. This is kind of like the next level Novalis. This is Novalis if we actually went into the city that's in the background there. At least that's what it feels like. Next we have Aranos. So I will combine both the first level of Aranos and the breakout, plus the levitator sections. Honestly, they're boring. The breakout is cool, but man, the Clank levels suck. The only cool part is the outside area when you're on like the hangar, but it's nothing. It's not even part of the level. It's just the end where you get to just kind of walk around. Okay. it's lame again. After that we got Gorn. Gorn, I think, is a step up from this bitch fest here. I don't think it has very fun. I'm gonna put it next to Maktar. I don't think its final boss for the flying levels is just just a big brick that floats around that you have to bullet sponge into and try not to run into. Overall, a boring level. Yeah, it's just boring. It's not fun to me. Well, I mean, it's fun. Mind you, I'm going to be honest here. None of these are really bad. This one is bad to me. I think this is genuinely bad. But Oozla going up, I think they're all fine. I'm just trying to give them a ranking based on how I'm currently pairing them. Gorn, it's a fun level. I think it has fun challenges. I just don't think it's as good as Felton's system. But it's definitely better than the disposal facility. Snivliak. Ooh, man. I'm going to put it at the lowest S tier. The boss fight in this level is so bad. It's not difficult. It's way too long, and it restricts the way you play down to a turret. Everything you learned from Aranos all the way to Snivliak, throw out the window, because we're going to put you in a turret that's as easily dodgeable things, I guess. If it wasn't for the atmosphere of this level before the boss fight, this would be an F tier map. So if the atmosphere of this level was buns and we had that boss fight, it's good, or it's F. But because it's such a beautiful planet with such an amazing main level, I'm gonna have to put it here. It just is. It can't go any higher. It hurts me to do this because I love this planet. I'm gonna put it at the highest A tier. It can't be an S tier. S tier has to be almost perfection, and that boss fight is not perfect at all. It's actually extremely bad. Moving on to Smolg. Smolg's a good planet. I'd probably put it next to Todano. I think Todano has a better vibe to it. Smolg is cool. However, the warehouse can be a little kind of the same, a little repetitive, and the dynamo sections just wear it down, in my opinion. But the levitator part is fun. I think the levitator part is the coolest part, and I think that brings it up. Grelbin. It's bad. It's bad. It is it takes everything great about Tabora and shits on it. By giving you a blocked section of the open area that you can't reach until you reach a certain part, which limits the amount of moonstones you can get. And the enemies are so bad that it's almost unplayable. I don't. As soon as we got to Grelbin, I didn't have a single bit of fun. I didn't, because it's just not fun. But yeah, the Tundra Waste are probably the worst open world section. So yeah, Algon City, Damosel. Whoa, S tier map. Put in the middle of S tier. When I think of Ratchet Clank going commando, I think of Damosel. Just the vibe of Damosel. It has that weird mothership section with Giant Clank, I do have to admit. But just the grind, it goes back to the same thing Bolden has. Amazing atmosphere. It's extremely intuitive grind rail section. W Jack and Dexter reference. But the vibe, it feels like this planet is being invaded. It genuinely feels like this planet is being invaded. Not invaded as like the amoeboid threat from Ratchet and Clank 1, but invaded like these people are dying, and it is up to us to help them as much as we can. So stopping the invasion, super cool. Obviously it's the penultimate planet that leads all the way up to, or technically you have to go back to Grelbin. But it feels like the penultimate planet, because eventually we get to Yeetle. It's kind of just big facility again, which Ratchet and Clank going commando is pretty notorious for. I mean, let's even do this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 of these planets are really facilities. Yeetle it's just boring. I think it's nothing. Like, the beginning aesthetic is cool when you're on the outside, but then you're inside the facility, it just doesn't feel as, it doesn't feel as threatening. You can even kind of fly through it. As long as you have the bouncer and the mega rocket tube, you can kind of go through it. But that kind of completes, I think this is a good list. Bolden, Silver City. I think Damosel's better than Bolden, to be honest. I think it perfects Bolden. Vukovar Canyon, Barlow, it's fun. Poor Snivliak, I feel bad, but it's just bad. That boss fight, you can never recover it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. Now we can finally play Ratchet Clank 3.